Hello, Gary Champion, Psychic Medium. This is a part two for a good life, fulfilling your destiny. Um, I'm in the other room really meditating, and it struck me right between the eyes. Maybe we're not supposed to fulfill our destiny in one trip. You have to think of it as you're living in the woods, and there's a well out from the house. You have to go to that well and fill that bucket and haul that water in there multiple times to do whatever you need to do. It's not a one trip deal, I don't think. Because that's kind of what I'm hearing is that maybe it takes several lifetimes to fulfill whatever your destiny is. Maybe the first trip is just getting used to it. That's why some people maybe feel like they're not doing anything right. Maybe you're new. Maybe you just got to the store and you don't know where all the stuff is. You go into a new grocery store. I, I've done it, and you're saying where are the chickens? Where are the crackers? And it takes you a while to find them. Maybe the first trip is just getting to the store. You've gotten here. Next trip is finding out what's in the store. The next trip is picking out the items that fit with the stew that you want to make, that you haul that water for. And each ingredient means something, has a purpose. A good stew is well balanced. You meat, potatoes, corn, whatever you put in that. If you mess it up, it's obvious in the flavor. Doesn't taste right. It's missing something. And people will say that. It's missing something. Needs this, it needs that, needs some flavoring, needs some spices. Maybe it just needs a big old bone in there. The marrow of the bone, cooks, seasons, flavors. I know my mother used to make soup. She always used to save a bone for that if the dog didn't get it. But perhaps this is a multi-stage thing. I don't really see how anybody could accomplish their perfect life, in one trip. Maybe it takes a lot, maybe thousands of years. I'm aware that I've done this 3 times before. It's my third time to be a medium. And just this kind of time, I've sort of gotten it right. So this is not a pass or fail. You fail to find what your destiny is and fulfill it, and become as good as one can be for what spirit you are. That's no mark against you. It's like going into math class and you fail that first test. It doesn't mean anything. It's a long year. Next test you get a little better, score a D. Next one you score a C, and eventually you get the A. You balance it all out, and it shows that you know the subject matter. And whatever was required to make your spirit fulfill its destiny won't be accomplished for a long time. What happens after then, I'm not sure. And someone's just saying slow. Remember, I'm a medium, I hear voices. And slow is what it is. It's not like you can go do it one time. Isn't this interesting stuff? Never thought of it before. I always just kind of knew that I'd gotten it right, but I didn't get it right when I was young. I got it right when I was old. Maybe the next trip I get it right when I'm 12. Although I was a medium when I was 6, maybe I'm out on the road doing it. 12, 15 years old. I don't go to college. I don't become this. I don't do that. Maybe it's more mainstream. I jump right into doing it. Maybe that's what's happening with some of you. You're wandering around. You don't know what to do. You never have known what to do. You've just arrived. You found the grocery store down on Main Street. and you're standing outside looking in. You're not even in the store yet. Next trip, maybe you're in the store. You're going to pick up items for your life stew. And if it's a good stew, then you've accomplished what you're here for. You know, people wonder about what they're here for. What's their purpose? I never had that wondering. I kind of knew that I couldn't do what I could do without getting in a lot of trouble. And it sort of became mainstream by the time I hit 50, so I could begin doing it. Future holds different things. People who are different will be regarded as valuable instead of just pains in the tuchus. Pretty interesting video, isn't it? It surprised me, and I was just kind of meditating. And it popped in. This isn't a one-time deal to accomplish your life goal. This could take 1,000 years, or 2,000, or 3,000, or 10,000. We don't know. I know that you don't reincarnate quickly. I've been told that it takes a long time. Maybe you have 20 trips hauling that water to the stove in the cabin. And you have to go to the store to pick up ingredients. Maybe that's another 20 times. So if you don't feel like you've accomplished your goal, it means you're new. If you've come a long way, and maybe you always wanted to be a doctor, maybe you didn't make one the last time, maybe you couldn't even get in, maybe you were a nurse for a while, maybe you did field work in the Civil War where you had a medic bag and you wrapped up. Maybe it's been going on forever. Caveman days, you tore off a piece of skin and wrapped it around a guy's leg and strapped it up, and he was good. Mixed up some herbs and pasted it on the wound, and he was good to go. Maybe it's something you've been working at for a long time. Maybe this trip is your doctor trip. Maybe you've got another 20 or 30 trips to make it, which is thousands of years. Isn't that interesting? So if you've not found your trip and you're wandering around, you just haven't found the store yet. That's all it is. You're standing at the well. You haven't dropped the bucket in there, or maybe you haven't even found the well. Someone says, it's out there, go find it. And you just haven't found it yet. What's the difference? Perspective on whatever you're doing today just kind of flips things around. And somebody can be a really terrible loser in the worst sense, and they just arrived. They haven't found the well. It may take them a few trips. Interesting. So this is a follow-up video to the A Good Life, and I'm going to call it A Good Life Part 2. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.